friends and neighbors, welcome back. It's me, Akiic to the head. We are back on Farming Simulator 15, FS15. Yes, indeed, we are back. This is just a quick down and dirty video on how to get started in forestry using the chainsaw and the very basic starting equipment to get the trees down and to the lumber mill, which is just right over there. If we quickly look at the map, you'll see that we are, let me open up the HUD again. You can see that we are in a group of individual marked trees with some brown undercovering. That represents areas on the map where you can use the big tree cutting machines and stuff and get in here and cut it down. You can tell the difference by the leafy undergrowth here like this. This will give you where you can come in with the big machines and cut it down. However, most trees you can use just a chainsaw on and cut them down and do everything by hand. So what we're going to do is just quickly run through the equipment that I am using, the costs, and then I'll get you started on how to operate everything. So if we quickly look into the store, we jump over to the chainsaws, you'll see you have 3 different varieties that you can choose from right now. It's just a matter of personal taste which one you like. You can purchase all 3 and then access them by using your 1, 2, and 3 key while on foot. That is the basics of the chainsaw. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm using a Husqvarna. If we come over to the forestry equipment, you can see that we're using the Stepa or the Stepa. This is the basic crane and trailer pack that you can use with your a normal tractor. It does require around a 100 horsepower tractor if you've got this fully loaded with logs. And you can see that starts out at 54,000. You can go with the big timber runner if you're using whole tree logs, but you need a pretty beefy tractor to pull this once it's full of logs. You can see it's quite cheaper than what this FHL 13AK Deep Stepa is, but it's going to be a lot heavier once you get it fully loaded. And if you look at the front end loaders, what I'm using is just the Steyr, which you can see here. The Steyrs and the New Hollands here, the T4 as well as the T6, you can actually turn into front end loaders by purchasing the Stoll or the New Holland respectively for them. I've also got the log fork on the front. Now, why I suggest a front end loader is if you get into these areas and stuff, it does get quite hilly and steep and little difficult to operate the trailer and everything. So I would suggest using a front end loader, telehandler, or something of that nature where you can then pull the logs out close to a flat area where you can operate the trailer in peace. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick this one tree right here close to the front, and hopefully I'll get this to fall in the right direction, out that way somewhere. And what I'm going to do is spin my mouse wheel. This will bring up my chainsaw. Now, once you get into this position, you have to turn it on its side. To do that, you hold both the left and mouse button down and spin it to the right. This will turn it to its side, and to get it back upright, you hold them both down again and spin it to the left, like such. Okay, so once you're in this position, I would recommend using left control. This will get you closer to the ground. That way you don't have as big a stump sticking up. And then get as low as possible. And you make your first cut. When you get that blue line, hold your left mouse button down. It will turn green. It will begin to cut. It will make a cut through, but it will not fall. Then what you need to do is you need to come up slightly, get another cut, and this will notch the tree and get it to fall. And hopefully we'll get it to fall in the right direction here. Not quite the way I want it, but it's close. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Now you need to delimit. So let's go ahead and delimit here, like so. Okay. You may have to switch sides to get some of the more difficult ones to get. So let's just get the quick ones that we can reach. Not a problem. Then we'll go back to the other ones. Okay, we got that all done here. Let's get that. Looks like it's done as well. Okay, there we go. I believe that's all. Maybe a little bit there. Nope. Okay, now once you've got this full tree down, we can't really haul the whole log with this trailer here, so we're going to have to cut it up. Now, we look like we're in a fairly good spot. It could have gone over a little more, and we do have some on the tree here. You can see it's still sticking up here. Let's get this piece off. There we go. And it looks like there's one here as well. There we go. So we need to spin the saw back over, and then we need to find the cut lines on here. Now this can get difficult sometimes to actually locate where the line is. And it looks like we may have a problem here, because if you don't get it in the right area, you'll have a problem. Now what you could do, and that's what we're going to do here. Let me show you. What we're going to do is jump up on a crane here. We can either use in camera this way or back out. I prefer this way. Hit X, that will put the outriggers down, and then we will go ahead and lift up, and let me hit the HUD. Okay, let me just check for some reason. Oh, that's why. Now let's have to put it onto the crane here. There we go. So the outriggers are down. Now these controls do get quite finicky if you're not used to it, so I'll run it through for you really quickly. The left mouse button up and down lowers and raises the arm respectively. Left or right, of course, spins the arm around or the boom around. Right mouse button will do the arm on top. Up and down causes the arm to bend, and then left or right extends and releases, or extends and retracts the boom arm, like so. Left mouse button and right mouse button consecutively held down. If left to right will spin the claws around, and up and down will open and close your claws. So let's go ahead and get that picked up. Let me get out of that tree there. Let me spin in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is fully extend the arm and boom as far as I can go, like so. And hopefully it will be out far enough. Let's spin this around slightly. And let's open the claws. Whoop, come in slightly. There we go. Now close them. Okay, lift. Ooh, let's spin it over. There we go. Okay, now I want to start bending the arm slightly. Let's spin the tree slightly around. Okay, it's not going to let me do it. So what I'm going to do is just get it right there and lower it down. Maybe we can get the cut point on that right now. Let me just see if we can get a cut point on that. There we go. You can slightly see it right. Get back there. Where'd it go? There, we had it slightly. Like I said, it does get a little hard to find sometimes. On multiplayer, I don't have as much problem actually finding the cut points as I do on single player. And let me just get into place here. Let me try crouch maybe. There we go. So we'll go ahead and cut that. Now it's going to spring up, so we got to be careful. There we go. Stop right there. Okay. And let me see if I can cut right on the back side of this somewhere. There we go. Now we'll load these pieces onto the trailer and we'll take them to the lumber mill. There we go. And we'll get that in a second. So let's load this up. And let's spin this around so we can get it loaded into our trailer like so. Get out of the tree. Bring the boom in. Like such. Lift this up. Lower the arms. We'll spin it. Line it up slightly. There we go. And it's just a matter of working it into place then. Like so. we can open the arms. Let me just spin it and get it slightly lined up. There we go. Open the arms up. Drop it into place. And just go out for the next piece. So we'll reach out. Like so. Just see if we're over it. Looks like we are. We can lift, extend the arm just slightly. A little more maybe. There we go. Close our jaws up. And, whoop, wrong way. Okay. Once you get it lined up fairly close where you want, you can spin the arm around like so. And then slowly do the same thing what we did last time. Let's bring everything in. And just work our way in until we have the trailer loaded. So let me just get this up slightly. Let me go into the different view here. Let's try that view for a bit. So butt it up. Let's just move over to this side slightly. Spin the log. There we go. A little more. Spin the log. And open the jaws. And into place. Okay. So now the next piece we may not be able to get. That may be a little far out for our arm. Let's give it a try and see. Fully extend the boom. Does look like it's going to be a little too far out. Yep, it's going to be slightly out of our reach. Not a problem. So what we're going to do is we'll just take these two pieces there. You get the hang of what we need to do. And let me just close the jaws up. Park the trailer, lift the outriggers up. Jump into our tractor and away we go. Now the lumber yard, there's several places you can go. If you have a wood chipper, you can see there's the biomass heating plant almost dead center right there by the shop close to our farm. You take wood chips there. If you have a wood chipper, you can chip up your logs and trees and take them there. Earn money that way. Or you can go to the lumber yard. You can see the lumber yard's just up to our northeast from us here. It's in the top left hand corner of the map, the lumber yard. There's two ways to make money there. You can take the trees and dump them into the mill pond. And of course you get more money the longer the trees are and the straighter they are. Trees cut up like this don't earn you as much money as full log trees. The other thing you can take it to is the train and load them onto the train. And again, it's the same as the mill pond. The longer the tree, the straighter the tree, the more money that you earn. Now with the train, you can earn money twice. Once when you initially sell the lumber to the train, and again once you send the train on its way to its destination. For the mill pond, I'm not sure. I've never used the mill pond. Hopefully one of you guys can tell me how that works in the comments below. But there's the mill pond. You can drive right over there and drop it to that side. And of course the train is right here in front of us. So what we'll do is we'll just go up here. You'll see there's the box right in front of us there. That's where you drive in and sell. Now we only have the two pieces, so we're not going to earn much. We're at 2872557. And you can see now we're at 2880831. So we've got fairly decent money from just those two pieces. But now we'll send the train on its way. You just come over here, hit your R key, and say bye-bye, train. Now the train will go away. It will disappear into that tunnel, and then in a few minutes you will get some additional income. So we'll just wait for that. We'll just jump over here to the mill pond. I'll show you the mill pond and take a look at that. So you can see the mill pond here. You dump your logs into here, and they'll go up into there and be sold. So let's take a look and see how much more additional money we'll get. Should be any second now. Train's disappeared for a while. And right about now, I'm guessing. There it is. So now you see we went to 289106. So it went from 2880 I thought it was. So we got what, about 9,000 for that? For just those two pieces additional. So about additional 10K for sending the train on its way. So that's it. That's the basic down and dirties to get started in forestry. A lot of money is to be had in forestry. It can be very frustrating, however. getting the machinery, running the machinery, getting all the controls down. But once you have the controls down, it's fairly easy. A lot of money to be had. I would not suggest it in multiplayer currently, as with multiplayer, the problems we were running into was once trees started falling, everybody started rubber banding and having very bad lag, except for the host. Everyone else the game was becoming almost unbearable to play. Also, you'll find floating tractors, you'll find self-driving trailers. There's some screenshots out there. I'm going to post up a collage of a video later on in the next few days as well of our time. You can check out. But that's it. So that's me. I'm Akiic to the head. This has been Farming Sim 15, down and dirty to get started on basic forestry. Mash that like up button. It helps others find the videos as well as the channel. Leave your comments and suggestions on improvements or what I left out. That'd be great. We got to miss the train. There we go. So until next time, thank you for joining me. I'm Akiic to the head. We'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.